Well, hello! Welcome to Drawing with Fire. I'm Valarie, your neighborhood pyrography artist, and I'm joined today with hubby.
Okay.
And we are doing our November critiques. Man, it's already gone so quickly. And so I want to preface this with these are all only my opinion. If there's something you like about whatever it is you're creating, then you just keep on doing it. And don't mind me. The purpose of this is just to help as much as I can on whatever you got questions with. Hi Chris, hi Greg, hi Burl. And I am going to pop up Greg's photo because guess what? I actually had it a little bit ready. So there we go. Maybe I need to make it bigger. I don't know. We'll see if I click the right one. We'll see. Yeah, I just quit messing with it because I'm just going to mess something up. All right. So, Gregg did this wonderful cabin that he is still working on. It is still a work in progress.
Eve.
Hey, Eve. So, I've got the black and white. He did submit a color, but I decided to just go ahead with the black and white since that's what I would use anyway. Hey, Ted. Gobble till you wobble. Yep, couple more days. All right. Yes, Gregg has done a beautiful job. I love how he started off with the trees. I really like that. And he did get the feeling of snow on here. There's just a few things that maybe I would just continue with. Not necessarily change, but just continue with. So this time, I decided to pull out some colored pencils. Because maybe, if I do it in a similar color, it'll make more sense, at least to my eyes. And so I just grabbed some Derwent drawing. And the first thing I noticed, and again, this is a work in progress still, and Gregg said that he removed the tower that was up here. And I think that was a really good choice. Let's see here. Yep, this tower right here. I think if it was me, I would have gone a little further and not included the wires as well. But that's me. If you wanted to, you could always go out and scratch those out. That way you just have your cabin, since that's your beautiful main focus. Hi, Sheila. Okay, so I think the first thing, because you've got these beautiful trees, and looking at your reference photo, we can go a little darker for some of them. But before I do that, because those in the background, we need to darken, I think. I would darken some of the front ones. That way your lighter ones really fall back. And since you have your darks right here in your cabin, which you place them really well, I would just darken up some of the trees that are in the front. Not so much in the back, I don't think. Let's see here. Yeah, definitely. And that's just so it balances out your darks that you have right here a little bit more. And just kind of frame it. In fact, you wouldn't... I would maybe darken a few of these, but not go all the way back, even though the photo shows it that way. Gregg, are you done with the trees altogether, or... are you still working on these as well? I know that you're putting clouds and fog up in the sky. You did a really good job with your smoke, even though it's not in the photo. I think it's a wonderful ad. Let's see here.
He says he thinks he'll just use pencil.
Oh, just use color pencil?
It's really nice though. Like, I really like the quality of the trees.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks like where I grew up, actually. So, because we have these. I mean, some places we have really big trees, but mostly because it's a lot of swampland. Go figure. There's a joke there. It's my heritage. My
focus. Come back.
Anyway, but we have a lot of these smaller trees.
Let's see here.
So, and this looks like a place that would have been out where I lived.
I do think we got it looks like we have a little more shadow in here. And again, that'll make your white, your snow.
Oh, he says just kidding on the pencil.
Oh, well.
He was thinking on the same line of darkening a bit, actually. I would just do burning. So that,
okay.
That's what he's doing.
Well, some people would use pencils, so...
It looks really nice. Like,
mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pieces that are like landscapes or, you know, buildings and things like that. And most of the time, I'm really not... They don't resonate with me because they're either done like really, really lightly. And so they're almost like underdeveloped film.
Yes.
Or they're a lot of line work. And
this is a combination of both, but in a good way.
yeah, it is. It is. And I really like the smoke coming out of the chimney. It's really effective. That stove is really going.
Yeah, it is.
That's like when you're cold in the morning, you're like, the fire cannot get hot enough. Been there.
Yes.
Like when it's negative 30. Or when the thermometer's just pegged on the negative side, and it's like, oh good God, we have to get this fire going hotter.
Quicker.
That's what the smoke looks like out of the chimney, and then inside everybody would be huddled around the stove. God, I miss how much it sucks, but I'm so glad that I don't live in that cold anymore.
We got enough cold here.
Nice snow though too.
Like, it is, and just by darkening it up a little bit more, because that's what I'm seeing in the reference right here. Just by darkening it up a little bit more, it makes the whites. Mind you, this is a printout of a photo. I tried not to adjust too much. I adjusted it enough so that I could see the wood grain, because I figured that's about where the burning would be. Because sometimes it's a little light. Let's see here. Now, you could make some creative choices and decide whether or not you want the windows to be as light, or keep it the way the photo is. It's definitely up to you. All I'm doing is hitting the areas. I think maybe a little darker underneath the E. Just so it's not so stark. Even though I realize it's lighter in the photo. But you've got a dark here. I think you just could use a little bit more mid-tone. Not so much dark, but a mid-tone. Because it would be under in the shadows. And it just kind of grounds it a little bit more, I think. Let's see here.
He's saying he thought maybe to tone down the smoke edges to have it less like a bomb. I don't know, you could, but I really like the volume of the smoke, and like I said, that takes me back to cold mornings in Alaska, so, you know, I guess it's an aesthetic choice at that point.
Yeah, I guess if you wanted to, you could just kind of shape it maybe a little bit more, but you could still keep it full.
And he says thank you for taking the time to do this.
Oh, absolutely. Oh. It helps me, too.
We also have Paulo is here now.
Hey, Paulo.
As well as Ted Turner. And Tony Fleming.
Hi, Tony.
And Sharon H.
Hi, Sharon. Let's see here. I know he's still working on the sky, so I'll leave that for now. But I think just adding... Let's see here. You've got it heavy over here. I'm trying to... It's heavy on one side. Let's see how our eye is moving through it. We got a path for the snow. It comes up to the cabin. Goes to the cabin. Okay, it's kind of taking us out. So I guess... Are you seeing it that way? Taking it out of the photo? Or are you seeing it differently? I mean, I guess it could be this way too, but maybe if you darken a little bit over here, maybe it kind of stop your eye and hold it.
Well, I think that in this case, if you...
Because it feels...
If it maybe because there is a line going out of the photo, but maybe if the path there, or road, or actually it looks just like
it's just patches of
clearing.
grass. Yeah.
So maybe even just darken that so that it softly caps it, so that it's not leading all the way out of frame. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's try
but
that.
there are a lot of lines that lead into the picture too.
Yeah.
So that's also good. And I also want to say too that I didn't notice the photo initially because I was looking at the initial work. And I think that says something to the strength of the work, because that's where my eye was drawn, and I wasn't like going back and forth. I was like looking at the smoke and the cabin and the trees.
Oops.
And this does look like a place where I would have grown up.
Let's see here.
It looks like in the original picture that they have an antenna.
Yeah, he took the antenna out.
Which that's not unusual for where I grew up too, because people have CD antennas on their roofs.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. He did leave the wires, and of course that's a choice. I mean,
yeah.
I'm glad to see that you made some artistic choices on how you wanted it to look, instead of. You don't always have to go by the photo.
Well,
whatever you're drawn to.
I think that's the purpose of an artist. Like you can replicate something precisely, and that's a lot of skill to do that. But when you interpret something and you add things and you manipulate the composition a little bit, that's what an artist does. Is it makes it more visually. An artist will make it more visually appealing, and maybe even put.
You put yourself in it.
A story in there, you know.
Let's see here.
He says he's going to try and put vignettes in the corner too.
Vignettes? Okay, let's see how that looks. Since I'm doing it with the color pencil, maybe it would feel less scary. So, let's see here. I don't know how big of one you want.
I really like that smoke though. Like, I know that there's a lot of volume there, and it looks like like I said, I've seen that smoke coming out of chimneys, so I understand that. But it also is reminiscent of like a steam engine.
Yep.
Like
I think he might have been looking at, because he asked about it, and I think were you looking at Sharon Beckhol's steam engine? Because Burl and Chris, I think, were trying to help him with that. I haven't done smoke like that, so I didn't have anything to offer.
But there's a lot of really, really nice volume in that smoke. That's that kind of smoke is the wood fire is the like smoke before the fire gets really hot, when it's creating a lot of smoke that's really going.
Vignette.
He says on the fog coming in. Oh, also Teresa Luxinger is here.
Hi, Teresa.
What? Where's Teresa from? Do we know?
I don't know.
Because it's a very German name. In which case I'm pronouncing it wrong, because it would be Teresa Luxinger. But
I believe she's from here.
Is she?
I believe
so Greg says, before I get to Lana Goes Artist here, and so is Old Good Gamer.
Hi, Gamer.
But Greg says, on the fog coming in, do you think I should have the fog pretty even with the left horizontally, or would it look okay if the fog is almost up to the top on the right side?
Right side. If I was doing fog.
I have a comment on that.
But go ahead while I'm thinking.
Okay. So, one thing that I've learned is try not to have too many things even, because it tends to reframe the picture. So if you have horizontal lines that are even, it'll have this effect that it's framed or it's artificial. So in nature, even though sometimes we do see that in nature, where things are even, and in composition, it's probably better not to have it even. And you want to be careful that it doesn't, the fog coming in, you wouldn't want it to weight it too heavily on the right, but it also might counterbalance that. But if you have the line of fog, if you do it, it can also create an implied visual line down to the cabin again, where your focus is. But I wouldn't make it even. That's just my opinion.
Trying to see if I can...
Teresa says, hello, yes, German name from USA. Okay.
There we go. Yep, she's been in. I think we... Though I don't think you...
I don't know. I probably thought it if I didn't say
You probably thought it, yeah. Let's see here.
So yes, German name from USA. So Teresa Locke.
I'm trying to think. Fog rolling in. So with how I'm doing this light, I would call this a very light burn. And then as I push more, if it's darker, that's where I would go a little darker. Right now I'm just trying to get a visual on the fog. Let's see here, what would I do? What would I do?
Gregg says he was trying to stay away from the train type of smoke.
Well, like I said, you could if you wanted to. It looks awesome, so it's truly up to you. You could kind of break it up a little bit more and give it a little more.
Paulo says it is strange, or it's weird to see with pencil. And Teresa says it's pronounced Luxinger.
American version.
Yep.
Most people don't. Let's see here. Say my last name, right? So it's okay.
Gregg says I started and was building it from a 45 up from smoke to create a sight line. 45 degrees? I'm not sure what he meant by that, do you? Clarify. Please.
Right now I'm just trying to get this where I like it.
Beryl's offering she's going to light a fire this afternoon and she can take a photo of the chimney smoke.
Oh, there you go.
And post it.
Let's see here. Blend out those trees. I'm just trying to think. I'm just thinking as I'm moving the pencil. Now, is this... I guess is that an actual grain line right there? Or...
A what?
In the wood. Because it's not in my other photo. There's a line going right here. And I'm just trying to...
Oh.
Let's see here.
So an artifact of the actual wood.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to... Because you could, maybe... Because I also see some white. I don't know. He added some colored pencil. Let's see here. Doing this, it'll also make the trees look more snowy. See, this is where it's hard, not being my burning. Or my vision, I should say.
Yeah, he says 45 degrees, yes. That's what he was saying.
Alright.
And Jeni Locke says hi.
Hi, Jeni. You're up early.
And she said, I made it.
You did.
Put the kettle on. A cuppa is required. Is she the one from Australia?
Australia, yep. Yeah. We're doing her leopard today. Yeah. We're doing her leopard. Let's see here. That could be a little bit. See, if we got this dark, that dark's going to have to be repeated. So I'm guessing... let's see here. Let's change colors so I can designate darker for my eyes. I'm trying to do this quickly, but at the same time I need to think.
Well, how many do we have this morning? 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got 4.
So, yeah. So it's 11:21 right now.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know. Not hurrying you. I'm just.
I know. No, I hurry myself because I'm like, they want me to move on. That's my brain.
Oh.
Okay. I do think this should be darker. Trying to get any on my wood. Let's see here. What?
Twiddle bugs. That's what you sounded like just now.
Let's see. I just didn't want any color pencil in my wood in case I need to turn the burner on. Alright, let's see if this helps. Because we have these darks in there, so we need to repeat them. Screen. And he's doing vignette.
Grace is here.
Hey, Grace! Alright, let's see here. Definitely do. I would do that smoother. Okay, so what we've got here, that almost looks like a mountain back there. I'm not trying to fully change. Mountain kind of would feel cool in there. That's not, I think, what he's wanting. I'm just trying to get your, get the smoke smooth. Or, I'm sorry, the fog. I dropped my pencil. That's new. There it is. Sorry about that. I don't know. I may be a little stumped on this. I'm thinking.
Oh, Bernadette heard Grace was here.
Well, I think I might be a little stumped on the fog. I don't know. If I would have done it, I don't know that I would have put fog in. I think it's really cool looking. It gives it an atmospheric feeling. But looking at the reference photo, this is not as dark as the burning. I think it's kind of throwing me off.
He says maybe I do less dark on right for more fog.
This dark on right. Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. But I'm liking the dark here. In fact, you could kind of fog out the trees here. But I do think this is a good line. Dark cabin. There. With the smoke. Smoke kind of follows the eye, or the tree line. Believe it or not, I looked at your stuff. I look at everybody's stuff.
Chris Gerstner says, have a great holiday, everyone. Looking forward to catching the whole live next week. Bye.
Bye, Chris. Enjoy your turkey day.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, I think I would almost blend those trees out. Let's see how that looks, blending them out. I mean, they're still there, but just kind of fogging them out. Let's see if you're doing it over there. Maybe darker on this side. And this would really, let's see if this brings the eye back. Let's see here. Yeah. Doesn't that look like a mountain? And I actually like that. It is not my piece. Look, I'm not looking at my paper. I'm looking at the screen while I do this.
There's a delay, isn't there?
I'm looking at...
You're looking at the live feed?
At the live feed.
Oh, God.
Because I guess that's fun. Actually, though, I am kind of... Because then you could have... I'm getting a different view of the photo. That's why I'm looking at it this way. Even though it's across the room over there. Let's see here. Yeah, I kind of like the fade out of the trees, but then does it feel heavy on the left? What do you think? What do you think, Greg? This is your piece.
Yeah.
I don't want to change it.
I think that with the fog, I think that it... oh, I see what you're doing now. I didn't understand it at first.
Yeah, this kind of... I was doing the fog, but it kind of did a faint, distant mountain line.
Michael Ann's here.
Hi, Michael Ann.
She says, wow, that's beautiful, Val.
I drew it this quickly. This is Greg's piece.
Yes, we're doing critiques.
Yeah. Let's see.
Unless she's talking about your pencil. So, but I don't think
But
so.
the Derwent did that. Not me.
I think she's talking about Gregg's work. So I don't know. I think that because the way that the picture is, not the way that the picture, but the way that the composition is and the work that he's done, I do think that there needs to be something instead of the straight line of trees coming out.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it needs to be a lot.
No, and this doesn't need to be like too dark. And if you notice, by even this value, makes the trees look whiter.
Yeah.
But kind of fading out. So that would definitely be a personal choice. And that way you could still keep your fog, even though I've kind of messed it up.
Well,
and I think that fog helps. Because then we have a U, which brings us back to the cabin and the smoke, which brings us back down to the cabin and over here. So it keeps us going back and forth. Plus, depending on how somebody looks at the screen, or at the burning, they can come in this way, go this way, and it brings them...
You know what you could do? This is just a wild idea. But you could have just, you know how the smoke's going up? Mm-hmm. You could have have a little bit of smoke over in the right, like there's some smoke swirling down, but wispy, and that way you could use a dark, and that.
So you mean?
You could use the dark of the smoke to kind of imply a line, kind of curling back towards the cabin, and it would cut that harsh corner.
Okay, quite looking at the screen and look at this.
Or you could do like what I would do, because I am a master artist.
Sorry, no, you're.
I would put a.
I know you're being facetious.
I would put a blurred out bear face in the top right corner, like a bear was doing a photo bomb, you know, like the viewer was in trouble. No.
So, you do.
This is the response I get when Val's ignoring me. When she doesn't approve of my comments.
I'm not ignoring you.
She just doesn't answer me at all.
Well,
she's like, I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Okay, sometimes.
I knew it.
Sometimes. Okay. So you're talking about swirling how far out?
I don't know. It might be too far away.
Well, that's what I'm trying to...
And then there's another thing, too, because the cabin's solitary, and anything you put in the right corner up in that area is going to potentially suggest that there's another cabin somewhere. Like...
Oh, the fog.
If people mistake the fog for more smoke, they'd be like, oh, they have a neighbor.
Let's see there. But we got this dark corner, so we have to account for that.
Oh, you could also do a Bob Ross trick too. You could put a tree over in the foreground.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. Yeah, put some branches and stuff. Like, hey, you're looking past this tree down at the cabin. Actually, that's probably something I would do.
That is something you would do.
Yeah.
So, a tree. Sorry. Right there. Right about there, actually.
So, Lana wants to know what kind of pencils do you use?
I use all kinds of pencils. I just grabbed these because they're brown. These are the Derwent Drawing. They're more muted. I wasn't going for anything in particular. Just let's see here. So tree. I don't know.
He says no big tree.
No big tree. Okay, so I'll just take that away. Okay. See here. So, but we got kind of, because I tried to swirl. We have this. We have this. So I think this needs to come down a little. Because these are more snow clouds than they are like fog.
They're kind of wispy clouds.
No, that's like after a snowstorm or one coming in. Because this might be up on a mountain, so that. Let's see here. I'm trying.
Let's just put a dragon flying in the corner. Turn into a fantasy piece.
You can try put a sun to shine through the fog.
I think that's not. I think that this stage, I don't think so, because there's too many other things in there.
Yeah,
like you'd have to plan that out from the beginning with wood burning anyway.
It would be cool, but yeah, I think you're right. Hey, it's recorded too. You get one like once a year, maybe twice if you're good. So look at that.
It's so strange. It feels so strange.
Let me come back to this. But I would.
I was right.
I know. Let's move on.
And we're back.
They hear me tell you that all the time.
Gregg says alien UFO.
Well, could. So we've got this line curving this way into the cabin. We have the smoke, maybe depending on how you did it, swirling down. So we got that. We got that. I do like
the seal wants out.
I know. This area a little darker. UFO. No, Gregg, you're not sorry. You enjoy being difficult. You're having fun with it. It's just I think I need to think on it more. I don't want to give you wrong information or something. Everybody in chat is voting for a UFO. So I guess it could be coming here out of the smoke, out of the fog. Yeah. I do think I like using the colored pencils for this better because it gives us a little more realistic feeling of what a burning would look like. Alright. But I really do like how you did it. And I can definitely see how this is a little challenging, trying to figure out what you want. You know what? It wouldn't be a bad suggestion before you decide on what you want to do here to print it out like I have and just go through and color it and see what you like. Yes, Gregg, I gotcha. So if Gregg doesn't have any more comments, we'll try to come back to this. Let me think a little bit more on it, if possible. We will come back. So I'm going to put that right there. Put my board back up. And we are moving on to Jeni, especially since she has been so kind to get up early in Australia. So let me take down this one. And, oh, I didn't realize he left her. I guess I need to check that. Okay, where is your picture at, Jeni? I have it. There we go. Looks like we're seeing double here, huh? Alrighty. So I just want to say, Jeni is new to wood burning, but she has a background in colored pencil and acrylics, and maybe a few other mediums, and that does make a difference. So the information Jeni's already got from other media, she's transferring over to burning, and you're doing a fantastic job. I really like it. And this is she's using a craft burner for this one. She's trying to finish this all with a craft burner so that she can do her next piece with Optima, and just so she can see the differences. Sorry, hot cocoa sip time. Yeah. Anyway, so I love how you haven't outlined anything on your cat, but again, color pencil definitely gives you a good background for that. This is, of course, a work in progress. So I would really, on the cat, the only thing I can really see, because you did a great job with the spots and getting the shape of the different areas for the fur. Let's see here. Actually, this comes down a little bit. I need to looking at my black and white. This is definitely another great example of not outlining and using negative burning to get your areas in. There's just a few areas I think that I would darken slightly, not much, and then I know it's harder for you with the craft burner, just so we can get more of the shape. Unfortunately, from the photo, you can't. It looks like, just based on how the light is hitting the fur, that we've got an overhead photo or lighting from the sun. So that's why we have so many lighter areas. But I think I would darken up a few areas just to make them stand out more. And on the whiskers, you can actually, it's a pain in the butt, but you can actually save the whiskers and scratch them out with an X-Acto knife, so that you're not trying to burn around them. This is my least favorite part to do, but it does work. Let's see here. So also colored pencil, acrylic paint, white acrylic paint. You can use that to, let's see here, on the screen. He left me again, so now I gotta remember to look up. Yeah, you can use the acrylic paint, white paint, to fill the whiskers in. And actually, I think I got that too dark there. I wonder if this is going to work with this part of the burning. Oh no, I guess that's the ink. Okay. Oh, I see. There's a spot right there. That's why. So we would want to darken this area even more, because it kind of misshapes his mouth. There we go. And then I would just put some whiskers over it. Now I've noticed that you've outlined the bark, but I think that's fine. You've been doing a really good job of blending it in, and we do have lines for the bark. So, and that's still a work in progress. We won't focus on that. Just don't forget the roundness of the tree tree. Let's see here. I think we can go a little darker here, because his paw's hanging down. The light's not hitting the very tips as much. And this big kitty. Alright, we got a line here. Okay. So this here feels like that's a little off. So I would pull that up. And it's always easier for somebody else looking at the photo to say, hey, this is wrong and that's wrong. And that's what I'm trying not to do. You've been sitting here staring at this wonderful piece, trying to get all of it in there. So you did a great job on the fur. This is shorter fur, and so let's darken that a little bit. See right here, I think it's this one. Yep, it's right there. I think I would darken this a little bit so that it breaks up and shows you. This looks like one long arm. And again, I know this is still a work in progress. So, just like Gregg's piece. In fact, I think all of the ones we're doing today are works in progress. So, I have to try to make sure I pay attention to what you guys want your outcome to be. So of course we'd have the heavier shading down here, which makes the paws stand out even more. You're going to put the bark in, so let's go back to, let's see here. What I do see here is the fur would follow the cheek this way. So just making sure of keeping with the direction of the fur. That's all. Now he decides to come back. Don't tell him what I said, okay, guys? Sorry. You only took forever.
I'll just look in chat. Certainly there's
they're not going to tell you.
someone in chat who's loyal to me.
They're not going to tell you. Did you make food? Oh, popcorn. I can't eat.
You don't want some popcorn?
Thank you.
It goes with the cocoa.
It goes with the cocoa?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Let me just look at chat. Let me see what I can deduce.
Don't tell them, guys.
Wow, there's a lot of chat.
Is there? I've been working. I always forget to look up, and then you took so long.
It's because
you left us forever.
It's because wow, we're working on a different piece.
Yeah.
Don't growl at me.
Didn't yell at you. I growled at you. There's a difference.
Let's see. Yep.
With the craft, you've done a beautiful job with the craft burner. It's just a little bit of tweaking, and I know you want to be done with it. But I think just a little bit more time with it, and you've got this.
Grace says scene 6. What does that mean?
I'm not going to tell you.
Scene 6. What does it mean?
Let's see here. So we've got, I know the photo's off color-wise, and that's because this side was darker than the other, I believe. Because...
Oh, Teresa had to go.
Hi, Teresa.
Let's
see here. Okay.
Oh, okay. I see when you pulled out the leopard because Eve screamed, "Kitty!
Kitty! Kitty!" In fact, we got 2 kitties today.
Do we?
We do.
Oh my God. Eve will have kitty overload.
Because Whirl did kitty too.
I see.
So we got 2 kitties. Alright. I don't think Eve would complain about kitty overload. So I would just kind of get the separation of the muscles and that's all I'm trying to darken there. Just to get them.
Grace says, "Oh my God, Val, it isn't even a secret, but I won't tell either." What does that mean?
Okay, so we got the arm coming back. Feed this a little bit. Wouldn't you like to know what's going on?
I would.
Then you shouldn't have left us for so long.
I have stuff to do with the dogs.
You left us. Alright. So, because right now for me, this paw and the face tend to be like the main focal point. Because this paw is giving the I'm being lazy feel that corresponds with the eyes, which you've done a beautiful job with the eyes. Let's see here. Huh, okay. I think the maybe. Let's see here. No, that's too light. I want darker. Because we do have the eyes are going this way, kind of like a tilt of the head with a, yeah, what do you want type look. I definitely think we want to keep that. So a little darker, I think. No, it's too dark there.
Yes.
What?
Bernadette has been thwarted.
Oh.
She's blocked behind leopards.
Yeah, when I switched out the picture, she was still up. Did not expect that.
Was she?
Yeah, she was still up.
Oh.
Alright, let's see here. With the tree, beautiful job, especially really like that. This isn't in all the way, so that's really pretty. I like the feel to it. And it's not a perfect line, but I do think it's great that you're accenting how the bark and the moss are flowing. And I think if we... No, whiskers tend to be the least favorite thing of mine. But there are... I do need to test. I don't know if you have it, Jenny, because of where you're at. I need to get some of the brush and pencil titanium white and see how that does. Okay, so I did catch something. So right here. I think the face, because we got tilted eyes. So we should have tilted head. Let's see, that goes this way.
No one told Jason he's walking around like that.
Do what?
What? What am I walking around like?
What happens in cat stays in cat. You left cat. So you don't get to know. Okay, that, I think this line right here is what is slightly throwing this off. Let me see.
Ted wants to know what kind of titanium white?
Oh, the brush and pencil, titanium whites for colored pencil. It's a special something that they have. I don't have any of it.
Jen says, ooh, I have that. I will try it.
I thought maybe you had it. That, I think, would work. It would make for very bright whiskers. But I can see it doing a decent job. I just don't have any.
Sienna's here.
Hi, Sian. She's been having issues with her burner.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What kind of burner she got?
She has the Bryn Peter. There we go. Okay, that's what was that right there. That's what was kind of giving me... I couldn't find where it was. It's this line right here. That was off just a little bit. And then curve this around. I would say Jeni definitely has an advantage because I don't have to sit here and explain fur.
Yeah.
But we will be going over fur in a few moments. Let's see here. I use this white. Let's see. Actually, he doesn't really have bright highlights. Alright, so light is hitting. And in contrast, this is kind of what the brush and pencil would do. As in, this is a charcoal white. Being bright highlights.
Ted says that he was looking for a titanium white colored pencil, and he thought Prismacolor made one, but 3 craft mega sites later, and he never saw one.
Titanium white? No, they make just a regular white. It's the most opaque white in general. Out of the colored pencil, wax pencils. I hate that.
What just happened?
And this is a charcoal pencil, and it's rubbing, and it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. So that's what I keep making. I'm putting in some of the whites so that I can see other areas.
Cian says she's getting an Optima after Christmas.
Awesome! I think you figured out how to get it there to her.
She says she's waiting it until after. She doesn't want to get lost in the mail.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Though, now might not be a bad time to do it. Actually, no, because we're about to have Turkey Day on Thursday.
Yeah.
And so, Pat will be taking some time off, I'm sure. You better.
Well,
he needs to.
Mail-wise, the time now until like January.
Yeah.
It's a terrible time.
Yeah, we gotta ship to Alaska.
I had to work in our community mailroom in Germany for all total about a month and a half, almost 2 months. And it was during this time of the year because they needed extra help.
Yeah.
And it was a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so I'm just hitting the high highlights so that I know where. Let's see here.
Cian says drawing white is really opaque white. Also, Caran d'Ache luminous white is good too.
I don't have the luminance.
What?
I know, it's the one, but I do have the Chinese white.
And
let's see here.
Yeah, Gray says plus Black Friday.
Yeah,
you're right.
No, we do not think it's not what I need for this.
Jeni says she has Chinese drawing white and luminance as well.
Well, I wanted to see how bright it would, just in general, how bright white would look. I think you would definitely get a depending on how much you put on here. I wouldn't go crazy. But a bright white might actually work. Normally I tend to side on more muted, but looking at this, it definitely makes it feel more balanced because you have the darks. But I do feel like this this paw needs to be a little darker. Let's go with the shape. Direction of the fur. In fact, putting this right here helps us to get that roundness. Let's see, more up there. It's not like there's much more of the high. I'm not going for all the white, just the bright whites is what I want. Get that valley in there. That follows that. Follows that. I do feel we need more.
Oh my god, that's right.
What's that?
Good call, Grace.
What's that?
Black Friday is this Friday.
Yeah.
We need to get our shopping done now.
Yeah. You said you're going to the store today.
Like extra creamer, I think.
Mm-hmm. Whipped cream. Let's see here. Get that line.
Doggy food.
Doggy's food. I don't think they want to hear our grocery list.
Isn't
All right.
Isn't that why people tune in?
Yeah, to listen to our grocery list. New form of ASMR. Coffee creamer. Toilet paper.
That's my superpower.
Yes, it is.
I can make people go to sleep like that.
Yes, you can.
In fact, if I talked a little bit more, I could chat to sleep.
At least I'm not burning, so we're safe. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely I would darken up some of the areas here. And I think go ahead and some of the areas in between the whiskers can be darker. So, since you have some of the color media we discussed, I think I would just burn and not worry about the whiskers and put those in later. I do like the white, especially right here. Definitely.
Why does he?
What looks anemic? Jenny's saying that it looks fine.
Oh, I'm sniffing in the mic. Am I doing
again?
That? I'm sorry.
He's eating. For some reason, his sinuses.
I will not sniff in the mic. I'll move away.
He's just
I'm not even close
sniffing
to the
your.
mic.
I know, sniffing your jacket. Let's see here. I think that's for people with headphones, especially. Let's see here. So,
My apologies, Chad.
maybe what you could do is just, since you have texture in already, you just burn a solid value over it so it acts more as just a holding place versus putting all that texture in and fighting with the eye. So maybe just doing would kind of fill it in, if you know what I mean. But I wouldn't like go black. You could keep some of this texture that you've already burned in. I'm getting colored pencil on the wood. Maybe that'll give it a little bit. Yeah, maybe that would work a little bit better. Just having this area calm, but still have the texture. Like you could probably bring this texture over maybe a little bit and kind of fade it in. That way it doesn't look like. It will still look like a tree. There we go. The paw. The paw. Looks anemic.
Michael Ann wants to know what pencil you're using.
These are the Derwent drawing. I actually got these to use on wood burnings. I just haven't done it yet.
Why is that?
Because they're muted colors, so I thought they would be a nice way to tint some of the pieces. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think we're off a little bit on the shape. I think that maybe that's what's kind of throwing you off. I think that's, yeah, that might be.
Well, she said when she put in a log it was anemic, and she said the paw was
the
anemic.
paw, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Anemic. Let's see here. So this needs to get darker. That'll make the paw stand out more.
Michael Ann says she can see that they're Derwents, but they don't look like graphite.
Oh no, these are colored pencil. No, these are colored pencils. Let's see here. Let's see what happens when we darken. I just grabbed some colored pencils with some similar browns to burning so that I could... There we go. Yeah, it definitely needs to be darker under the paw to push it out. And I think just a little bit of the shape might be... It kind of reworked a little bit because... And I'm not talking about like really darkening it, just... Getting the shape a little bit more. I think that's what it is. There we go. So what do you think of that? Is there anything else you want me to hit on?
Are you asking Chad or are you asking me?
Either.
I don't see anything.
Hmm?
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything?
Nope.
Yeah.
It looks like a leopard.
Yeah. And again, it's still a work in progress, so...
You look like a man.
You
Do you remember that one? It's Quan on TV.
Oh. Yes. There you go. I'm just waiting for Jeni to let me know. Jeni, you're doing beautifully. You really are.
And what did she use?
This is just a regular craft burner that she can get over in Australia.
Shut up.
No, really.
That is really, really good work.
This is, I think, her first big burning.
Yeah.
She's done several smaller ones that she's posted in group, and again, has done a wonderful job.
So I think I mentioned this before, but we had one of our projects in one of my painting classes was to paint in a way that you weren't familiar with. And so I used a stump of canvas to paint a painting.
Yep.
And so you can use, you know, you can use tools that aren't the best and still create something beautiful. It just takes more time. The difference in between a tool that's more refined is that you can do it with a lot greater ease and, you know, less hassle and a lot less time.
Yes. Alright. We are moving on to Marina. Alright. She is looking... She does recognize, or she does know that the picture is copyright. I make sure not to cut out the copyright. That way the photographer...
Gregg knows who Miss Swan is.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gregg, you know who everyone's is, because they're all in group.
No, Miss Swan, Mad TV.
Oh, Miss Swan.
Miss Swan's not in group.
Here
we go.
I wish.
How much cocoa have you had?
I haven't had that much. Look. I've only been sipping it.
Well, you need to drink
See?
more.
I've only been sipping it.
You gotta speed up. We're at noon already. And Jeni says, no, that is great. I will do it today and play this while I'm doing it.
Awesome. Alrighty, here we go. Marina wanted to know how to get more texture for elephants. So that's what we're looking at. So we are going to go with this pencil, I think. Now on elephants, if you have a ball tip, that ball tip is your friend to get. You started doing circles here, but using a ball tip and working in circles quickly really does do, let's see the wrong color, great for elephant features. Now with these
I don't understand what's going on here.
What's wrong?
There's 6 elephants on screen. Oh, you have...
Yes, there is. I've got
You have the 3...
Yeah, because I'm moving this around. I have the photo right there.
I was like,
so that...
why is there 6?
Because we're working lots of elephants. So circles... And I didn't get a chance to ask Marina if she has a ball tip, because if you don't have a ball tip to do this,
couldn't you do the same thing with like the round part of the spear shader?
She's got a razor tip, so I'm not sure what
okay.
tips she has. You could even use a skew you would skew.
Sorry.
So if you're using a skew, I would, yeah, that's right. Use the end of it and go in circles, but be very careful so you don't break the tip, especially with a razor tip. But going in circles very quickly on a low heat will give you some nice texture that you could fill in and build up as you go. Because there is some cross hatching. I'm going to make sure I said that right. But that's not all of it. And wrinkles. For wrinkles, you so we got a wrinkle here. You blend away from that wrinkle on either side, with the inner part of the wrinkle being dark and coming out lighter. Working in this way, you get the roundness. You know, I'm glad I didn't try to burn this because we know where that probably would have gone. Even if it's not an eye. So just blending out, because really they're not strong highlights on the elephant skin. So just leaving a little bit will give you the effect that you're looking for. Let's see here, like this one.
So who's this?
This is Marina. She's also in Australia. She's probably sleeping right now.
Sheila says she used a writing nib to get the same effects that Valarie is doing now.
Yep. Writing nib.
She used the Peter Child's machine.
Yeah, I just don't know what tips that...
Michael Ann has to go.
Bye, Michael Ann.
No, don't go. Don't go.
Have an awesome turkey
no,
day.
Why? Go, don't go.
And so you've got...
Okay, bye.
Boy, you've already got texture in this line.
So Grace says, so you admit it wasn't an eye.
It was an eye. It just doesn't look like an eye. What?
Hmm?
What?
Mr. Frodo? Olifants.
Olifants. Yes, we just watched Lord of the Rings, and probably we've been working on Harry Potter now. Alright, let's see here.
Oh, Angel's here.
Hey, Angel.
The party started. So
what you could also do, depending on what tips you have, if you wanted to, you could take a ball tip, write anything with a, I would try to say not a sharp tip, and do stippling like this.
What's the seal doing?
I don't know.
I'll be back.
And having it bounce around, but following the wrinkles or whatever you're trying to pattern out. And then you can go back over once you've got it the way you want it and lightly shade it. Again, following those lines that you want. And that gives you more texture. And I wasn't even careful on the stippling. So if it drew a line or kind of like a comma versus a dot, that's okay. Elephant skin is very forgiving. He left us again. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Again?
What?
What are you talking about?
Elephant hide.
Really? Is that the case? Is that the case?
Yes, that's the case.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
He's trying to bite my neck. I'm just trying to show a different way.
I will get the truth out of you.
And as you keep stippling, and I know it doesn't look very good on pencil. Maybe I should pick up the
He's
pencil.
gone. Figure out the embarrassing story. What?
I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. Let's see here.
Angel says, did Jason figure out the big deer was an Irish elk? And Lord of the Rings. What are you guys talking about?
I'm using the 9MS, which is the writing nib. And what we're going to try to do...
Yeah, I see. You just glossed right over that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get this done. So, if we've got...
Whatever.
Let's see here. We got some elephant wrinkles.
Oh, God.
I'm putting wrinkles in, and I'm not freehanding, so we should be okay.
Yeah, we'll see. You sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Well, we do have like 20 minutes, so...
Well, it's just the easiest way for me to
If
explain.
it descends into madness, then...
Yeah, well...
We're near the end of the broadcast now. Wait, don't we have one more after this?
No, next week.
Oh, okay. So this is the last one.
For this
I was
week?
eating popcorn, Angel.
Yes.
We are going to have lunch after this, though.
Are we? Alright, so I'm just trying to get some wrinkles for the legs. They're not going to be perfect. I'm just trying to get... Alright. So normally I would use a ball tip for this. But I guess there's probably a better chance of having a writing nib.
Grace says, are you sure you don't want to use the PPs? They're pretty good sizes.
Yeah, the PP is too small. He so did that on purpose, which is why I went
Just
along
walked
with it.
into it, didn't you?
Oh,
You
no, I ran
that.
into it. I ran into it.
Oh, God.
I ran into it. So instead of outlining, I would stipple in.
Oh, God.
And this helps keep the line broke up. So I'm not outlining it.
I'm a little concerned right now.
Why? I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. But I would tap along that line. You can go back and erase later. And this way it doesn't look outlined. You're getting that texture. And you're letting your eye see the direction you need to go. In fact, I probably could go a little darker. I probably need to go a little closer, don't we? Alright, let's do this. Maybe. Alright. So I bumped it up to 4 just so we can see it better. So when I stipple, I tend to stipple in circles as well. I'm just moving my hand because like there I got a pattern. I don't want a pattern. I'm not tapping very hard. So let's get in there. And the closer you stipple together, the darker it gets. Alright, so we got that. I see above what I'm doing. What could follow.
No, Grace, there can be no erasing of what you've seen.
I'm being good. Trying to be. Alright. And if you hold it there too long, you're going to get a bigger, darker dot. So I'm trying to go back and forth. Let's get this one. Alright. And then I'm not even adjusting my heat, I can go in swirls over that area. And I'm doing small swirls. And I'll stop and tap where I feel like I need to get a little more texture, swirl. Oh yeah, this board isn't sanded too, I forgot.
It's good for demo though, right?
Yeah. I didn't feel like going in the garage and sanding. Alright,
it's cold in here.
I know.
It's cold outside.
It's warm right now.
What's the temperature there in Washington, Grace?
Probably more than us.
Just curious.
So on these cross hatching, you can outline it a little bit, but make sure to go lighter. You can always darken something up. It's harder to lighten it. So, and this way I can blend it in, because if you look in between the crosshatch, in order to make it look more raised, on these types of wrinkles is, alright, let's erase that. So I got those down. Let's erase real quick. Alright. But if you look in between, I would dot in and follow those lines.
It's 46 there.
46. Let's see here. Okay, you can even tap these in too. Let's see if I can get this one to look raised. I don't need to do all of them. And trying to leave a lighter area. See this, in this particular case, these are some pretty good cross-hatching. And I'm still trying to go out, go in from like the outer edge.
Yeah.
It's the only way I can think to, trying to think how to explain this as I do it.
It's 40 degrees in West Virginia for Ted. It says too cold for the banjo music I keep hearing. It's 24 degrees for Sharon H. It's snowing in Maine.
They've been getting snow. We haven't gotten our snow yet.
We did earlier. Just didn't stick. Like a month ago.
It's been longer than that now. But even this, I would still not leave any light areas. And just keep going back and forth. In fact, I may have gone too dark, but I'm trying to do this quickly.
So if you want to avoid going too dark, you just
lower the heat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure it shows up on camera, and I'm trying to do it quickly. So we still got one more to do.
That's a cool skin texture.
It is. But squiggles and dots. When I mean squiggles, I'm just talking squiggles. La la la, squiggles. Those are your friends.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's okay if you're just kind of hitting some of the grain a little differently, because that helps accent the elephant, not take away from it.
And what kind of accent will the elephant have?
Oh, Well, obviously not hobbit. It's too big to be a hobbit. So what's an elephant sound like?
An elephant? It sounds like...
Okay. Well, that just took Layla off. She's not in here to react. Alright. So just moving around. Let's see here.
I feel like there's probably going to be some... There's probably some repercussions from that.
Probably. You're going to get in trouble from Eve. And following... So, even though the wrinkle's going this way, if you notice, I'm going up and down, not left or right. And that's because I'm trying to follow the curve of that wrinkle versus the direction. Because I can get the direction in based on how I do the curves. And I'm going back and forth this way in circles. And I can always go in again with stippling and darken up some areas. I can slow down.
Jeni says she's awake now and her elephant's coming.
And I'm the one who had the sugar.
Oh, oh, Grace, come on.
Aww. You not like your elephant?
Hit that thumbs down for Jason's existence.
Aww.
Oh, an angel says, Jason who?
Aww.
No, I'm fading away now.
Aww. Considering the plans for next year, they might want to keep you.
What's going on next year?
Oh, jeez.
Wait, is this a secret project?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep.
Yes. The secret project. Alright, so if you notice, that looks more wrinkledy, and I know it is always going to look odd when there's only a piece of the piece. A piece of the piece.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. But just keep working it. Keep going. The circles definitely do help. But then again, I burn with a lot of circles. It's easier on my hand, and I can get things smoother that way. What am I doing now?
That's not you. It's Ted's comment.
Oh, what did he say?
He said that we had the Star Wars Christmas special. Ouch. I saw that Christmas special, Ted.
So did I.
Ouch. It hurt. You kept me deep.
Oh.
Kept me deep.
Aww. Alright, so that's how I would do elephant texture now. And hopefully that helps Marina. Because use whatever tip you have that you're used to using, and that should hopefully work well enough. Alright, let's back it out.
Angel says that was awesome, though.
Oh, good. Alright, last one. We got Whirl. And then I need a nap. There we go. Our last kitty. Kitty.
Oh, we're still going.
This is the last one.
That's what I was asking. If
Last one.
Another one. I thought the elephant was the last one. We're at 12:22, by the way. Okay.
Sorry, trying to chug hot cocoa. I don't chug anything. Okay.
God.
So we got cute kitty. Alrighty. Now, the biggest thing I was seeing on the group was the paw-toe discussion. So I think it's mainly because Whirl hasn't finished it. It looks like she's burned in 8 toes, but what it is the separation of fur for the claws and the toes. So if we make sure and get the shape of these toes.
They're saying that.
What?
They're saying that they're gonna bring me back, call me Jackson, and give me a mustache. And then Ted says, "Remember in Bewitched when they just switched Darrens?"
No, we're not having a switching of my Jasons. Nope.
It's Jackson. Have you seen my mustache wax?
Alright, so let's get this in here. And this will help it. See, I know you're looking at the colors. So you're seeing a cream color and an orgy color. And so you're kind of burning along with that. But I definitely recommend looking at the your regular gray photo. Because in doing that, it shows you...
Well, Eve screaming more kitties.
More kitties. Yeah, it's our last one for today.
6 kitties.
See? Oh, that's true, I guess. Let's see here. Let's get this in here.
There's one determined looking kitty.
Isn't it, though?
Be serious.
It's a cute kitty. I don't tend to... Let's see here. No. I don't want to tick off Eve with what I was about to say. So how you going to stop? Alright. This goes... The... Pinky claw. Pinky toe is a little higher up. So make sure we get that. And like I said, I'm looking at the black and white for this. Because this is giving me a little bit more idea of the actual values that I would want to burn in. This is such a cute kitty to pick. Her daughter picked it.
Who
this is Whirl.
Who?
It's Whirlwind.
Whirlwind, okay.
So, I would definitely... You know that there's more to be done. And I did, like I said, I tried to darken it. No, I didn't actually. The photo on the screen's a little darker because I was trying to get the wood grain so I could see it. To make sure I had about the right value. Let's see here. This back here is a little less detailed because it's further from the camera. And the same goes for here. Actually, you did a really good job there. That's already kind of blurred out, so. But I think, yeah, what might have thrown some people off is just that it's just not, you're not done with it yet. Let's see here. Let's get that in there. You've done really good with your clumps of fur. You did a really good job with that. Let's see here. This comes down. Comes around. And you see here. Am I off? No, this is the second line. Let's go up. Yeah, it's just a matter of more shading. I don't feel you're off on your transfer. But in this, looking at this, to me, the eyes, the nose here, and this paw are really what is standing out to me as the visual interest of this piece. Because he's a very determined kitty. He's like staring you down going, yeah, what you got? That's what I see anyway. So we want to keep that. Let's see here. So right here is the bottom of his. It is going to be a matter of more burning, because remember, looking at the black and white, we really don't. The whitest parts of the whole thing is under the eyes. The rest of it has some kind of darker value to it. So then it becomes a more personal what you want to stand out. Let's see, so you darken that. Okay. I always try to put the whiskers in last. That tends to give me a better idea of where I might need something a little bit more.
Me too. And I don't have to work around them.
Yes, don't have to work around them. Though sometimes, depending on what kind of whiskers, I might. If they're thicker whiskers, then yeah, I do tend to burn around them. If they're the thinner whiskers, I try to scratch them out. Again, not my favorite method. Let's see here. You did a really good job following the fur pattern clumps. And you see his nose is actually...
Oh, Angel has to go.
Bye, Angel. I hope you have an awesome turkey day. Let's see here. We're not officially celebrating Turkey Day until Saturday.
Well, that's when the kids will be here.
Yeah.
We're doing like 2, though.
Well, yes, you're getting a smaller unofficial. Well, I guess it would be official, but because it's on the day.
We're having, yes, the official celebration, and then we're having the bonus celebration.
Bonus. Alright. Okay, the one thing that I don't know if you'll be able to change or not. And see, by defining this little kitty's snout, here we go, is feeling more a part of his determined look. I'm trying to go with fur direction, but I have to pain the butt. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go quickly. Let's see here. The one thing that is standing out to me is the eyes, the pupils, more specifically. Let's see if I can get this right. He's up. And it could just be what the highlight is.
I think it is.
Because he's looking at us more so than looking up. Now, if you want him to look up, it is a cute look. But in the photo, he's looking at us. You might be able to see better in the color versus.
I can see it, and I'm looking on it.
Let's see if
I'm
I
on the
can.
tablet, and I can see it.
Let me see if I can lighten what I mean. Let's see here.
It says that kitty looks like he's about to take another kitty's lunch money.
Doesn't he though?
He does. Actually, I remember this in the Return of the King. This kitty was down by Aragorn's feet.
Oh.
Yeah, they were marching in the battle.
Mm-hmm.
The kitty was like, for Gondor.
So I think it would be a personal choice on where you want. I went too big on that one. On the pupil. Yeah, I kind of messed that up. Let's see if I can lighten that. I messed it up.
Ulti Gamer says, I need advice.
Yeah.
Bren Peter Jr. or Bernie Starluxus?
Oh, Bernie Starluxus.
What is that?
I know the Bren Peter Jr. If Sian is still in here, I don't know if he left. He's having major problems with it, and he's had it for 6 months, I think he said. And he's been trying to contact them, and they're not responding. He's had it for less than a year, and he's been trying to contact them for like 6 months with zero response on trying to get them to fix her burner because it's very unstable. As for the Bernie Starluxus, I'm going to actually have to look that up because I have never heard of it. Let me finish up with this real quick, and I'll quickly Google, and I can see what Bernard is.
You set her on a quest.
Yep. Well, it's something I don't know, so I gotta look it up. It's something I don't know. Got to look it up.
What were we saying you were like?
Awesome.
Well, yeah, of course. That's a given. What were we watching? We were watching something.
Let's see here. Yeah, you've done a really beautiful job. Hermione.
Yes.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Hermione. You're good.
Yeah. That makes me wrong, which is about right.
Yes, it is. Alright. So, really, you've been doing a great job on your fur pattern and grouping. I think you just need to darken it a little bit more. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, I'm off on that pupil, so you'd have to really decide which way you want it to go.
Oh, Robin Short says, "Wow, I made it, and you're I bet you're leaving now."
Hi, Robin. In a few minutes, yeah. I'm just trying to finish this up for.
Amy's art design is also here.
Hi, Amy.
Says this is looking beautiful. I'm amazed.
Oh, this isn't mine. This is Whirl. He has done a beautiful job. All I'm doing is using colored pencil to kind of
It's critique.
Yeah.
With advice.
With advice, yeah. It's just a way for me to denote how I would do things a little different. Whether somebody chooses to do that is totally up to them because it is their art.
It's not even like, in most cases, it's not even different. It's like refinement.
Yeah, it's just more of just kind of straightening things out, or I think the biggest thing has been more shading.
Yeah.
Out of all of the wonderful pieces, I think, yeah.
I think
it's been more shading.
Yeah, which just says a lot for the attention to detail of the toasties. Yep. But like even in this case, like the base of the work is solid.
Yep.
You know, so there's no. It's just a matter of like refinement and continuing to darken and create contrast. And,
yeah, that is really the only thing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. This would be a little darker because everything else I'm seeing. Yeah, it's just a matter of negative burning to have some areas a little more shaped. I think I was a little off there.
Yeah, it's great. Darkening your shadows can be scary.
Oh, big time scary.
It's hard to come back.
It is scary to turn that, to go dark. Let's see here. I do think this needs to go darker so we can see.
No, my problem, because I always want to go darker, my problem is mainly the mess that I create.
Oh, gosh, that mess.
They should post that on Instagram. Post my hands sometime.
Or when you take your face.
Yeah. We're out for coffee, but it looks like that I've been in a coal mine.
Yep.
Again, wrong.
You're my Weasley.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't even think you need to fill in the whole dark part.
Yeah.
But if you're doing more shading out here, that would say that the light source is coming from this direction. So you might want to watch that. That's what it would tell me looking at it. Is that would be the direction. But I don't think it needs a full background. I know this looks like it's like a 2x4 or a fence board. I'm not sure. I just saw that. I'm going to cover that.
Huh?
Nothing. If I covered something on this board, what would that be?
Oh, no.
I glanced down and there it was. Looking back at me.
I don't know what you were. Oh, God.
You do know what I'm talking about.
Because it's on chat now. It's on screen. Oh, my God.
I didn't do it intentionally. I just glanced down and there it was. So I'm looking for the Bernie. What is it called? Bernie
Star? Hold on. Bernie Star Luxus.
I've never heard of this. Bernie.
It's not that.
Star Luxus. The burner. Why could this be some kind of joke? Let's see here. Looks like it's on Amazon. Gamer, where are you at? Oh, okay. That's a craft burner. I have not used that particular burner. I have seen it in my group. This is the burner. The Bernie Star Luxus, whatever. That's what that is. Well, between this and the Peter Bren Jr. Or Bren Peter. That's a tough question. And I say that because I will quickly show with the...
Oh my God.
What?
Well, it's not because my account initially was in German. Because that's where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, my account switches over to German. And so I just did a search and it's German.
Okay, and the Bren Peter Jr. looks like. I'm trying to pull it up, sorry. It's being a pain. Once I know where Gamer is at, maybe I can suggest something. I know that the person... Okay, anyway, I don't know how clear it's going to come. That is the Bryn Peter Jr. Honestly, I wouldn't. Well, Ted, it depends on where he's at. The Walnut Hollow is not available outside of North America. So, I don't even know if it's I don't even know if it's available in Mexico, for that matter. So I really have to wait for Gamer to tell me where he's at, so that I can give a better suggestion. Optima goes all over the place. So honestly, if it's between the Bryn Peter Jr., if you're looking at that, I would honestly just look at the Optima, which I do have linked down in the description. I think you'd be better off spending your money on that. And if you choose not to go with that, I would try the craft burner. I mean, what's the worst it's going to do? Not work? I don't know how much it is for you. But, yeah. I think that's everything. We got anything else? What are you doing?
I don't know.
I thought you were paying attention to me.
I am, but...
You're not paying attention to me.
I'm trying to get my account back to English.
Okay, but we're here in the now.
I'm back.
Okay, do we got anything else? Any more questions? I know...
I'm looking. Ted says I have that burner.
Oh, yeah?
Ted says don't buy it.
Oh, Ted says don't buy it. Okay.
Ted says get the Walnut Hollow.
Ted says don't buy it.
Okay.
There you go.
And everybody's saying good night.
Well, I hope everybody has an awesome Turkey Day. Gregg, if... Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you, Gregg. I was kind of... My brain gets shut down.
And next week I will be played by Jackson Mustache.
Oh, Grace said she honestly her crappy burner instead of craft. Well, you know what? I won't say your ears are wrong. We'll just leave it at that. Well, I hope everybody who celebrates has an awesome Turkey Day. If you don't celebrate it, I just hope you have an awesome day. Anyway. Happy burning, guys. Bye.
Bye.